In terms of living up to their draft status, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Kelee, Ringo, Nolan Smith. How would you rank those guys?
So I wonder, this is probably the hot take, is Kelee Ringo going to be number 2 on that list?
I think that's a reasonable take. In terms of living up to the spot, he cost a 3rd-round pick, essentially.
And I felt like he had some games where, again, I'm not crunching the all-22, but it did seem like he had some games where he flashed and he had some good reps and coverage. Do you think he's going to start this year? Like, what do you think his status is going into training camp? Is it a position battle? Is he the favorite to start?
I think it's a position battle for the starting spot opposite Darius Slay, and I think he wins it. I think they sign a, Steven Nelson type to compete for that job and hope that Ringo wins it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And I'm okay with that because...
And that's presuming that they move on from James Bradbury.
Well, I'm presuming that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's possible that they don't, but yeah, I think that's my expectation.
Oh, please, I need that. It was so painful to watch at the end of the season.
The poor guy.
So I think he has a chance to live up to that spot. And the issue is Davis and Smith. Like, what is Jordan Davis right now? Because it was such a weird year. Like, a month in, I was feeling really good about Jordan Davis.
Yeah, I remember saying that first month of the season, it was like the single most encouraging thing that was going on was that he had turned into a pass rusher.
I think you also said, and by the way, I agreed with this, that Eagles defensive tackle was one of the strongest position groups in the entire league.
Yeah.
Well, that went to complete shit.
That's good. You're sitting in the Zach seat. You get to work blue. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Fletcher Cox stayed good.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter stayed okay. But yeah, the Davis thing, defensive tackles historically take a while. So, like, I am willing to be convinced that there is more to come from Jordan Davis. But my, honest belief is that I don't think that he's ever going to be more than a 2-down player, which is fine. And as a useful part of the defense, probably not worth the pick that they used to get him, when they could have had Kyle Hamilton or whoever. I would say that if I was ranking it, I think I would go Carter 1, Ringo 2. And then I don't know about those other 3 in terms of living up to the pick. I guess Nakobe Dean would be number 3 for me. Maybe. It might be Nolan Smith. I would say I probably feel the least good about Jordan Davis turning out to be worth trading up to number 13 for.
It just felt like Nolan Smith was so small out there.
He really does look small.
And but look, I will at least give him not a complete pass for his first year. He also was playing off-ball linebacker for a little bit just because the team was so depleted. That's not fair to him. Like, that's clearly not what his position is.
Sure, but no, yeah, I'm not grading him off of that. Yeah, exactly.
Get him in a more, I don't know. Get him in a role that shows his strengths a little bit more. Do you think defensive tackles take longer than edge rushers, or are they both kind of in the same boat?
Historically, yes.
All right. Well, and I guess the argument for Davis is, okay, well, now he's playing in a 3-4, right? He can kind of play that nose tackle. He can, if he is the type of player, maybe he's not worth that first-round pick, but if he is, the best player he can be, he's in the scheme that he would want to be in, right? Where he's occupying a couple blockers and stuffing the run and things like that. But I would like to see it in November. It felt like he had that one great play where he chased down Josh Allen at the end of the Bills game, and then I felt like he was like, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah, it was like a video game. Like, that one play expended his entire energy bar, and that was it for the rest of the season.
It was a good play, though.
Yeah. It's like, do I make this sacrifice? Yes. See you later. See you next year.
And then he got up and said, well, yeah. December's going to be a rough one for me.
Yeah, exactly.
We all silly like the mayor.